Hello everyone. As you can see, I have a very special, I'm gonna call it an altar cloth, as the backdrop for this, because we are going over a special goddess today. Probably the the goddess I have the most depictions of. This is, of course, Brigid, the Celtic goddess of fire. And before I go any further, I just want to say this altar cloth is probably it's just breathtaking. When I already had a similar picture done of the Queen of Swords by the same artist, and turned that into a blanket. And the artist made up several other pictures for me. And it's kind of become my special project to transform those pictures into blankets. And when I first moved here, this was one of the people here suggested that I do this picture next, the goddess Brigid, and I'm so glad they did it because it is just fantastic, and I cannot wait to see once I have control over my money again, how the others are going to turn out. So thank you so much. You know who you are, and I love you. So back to Brigid. So here we have there are several different this is probably the only one that's different spelling than the others, but this one is from the Celtic Healing Oracle. This one from the Divine Feminine Oracle. God's Power. And Keepers of the Light. From the Six Sisters. And from Water Temple. And of course, if I can move these out of the way, from my artist friend. Now, this one, instead of, I don't really know that many stories of Brigid other than my own. And yes, I have my own story. One time, there was a place in my old town that I like to go to. And this place had a hiking trail. Three hiking trails, actually. There was like the main trail, then there was kind of an offshoot, and then the third trail was too treacherous. No one was allowed to hike on that trail. And I had always hiked the main trail, and this time I decided to hike the offshoot of the main trail, and I got lost. And I was completely terrified. I was, praying for help and, just wandering around on instinct alone until finally I heard the sound of car engines and managed to follow that sound onto the highway where I got a ride back. And the person who brought me back, it was a man. He had glasses. That's really all I remember of him, really. But what drew my attention was his daughter, was the girl. She was a little girl, and if I had to guess an age, I'd probably say around maybe 4 or 5. Bright red hair and very pale skin. And they brought me back to Mom, who was understandably freaking out. And this was before I started getting into goddess work. But when I started getting into goddess work, paying more attention to the spiritual side of things, I have no doubt in my mind that little girl was the goddess Brigid. And the fact that the nurse's husband here put this picture that my friend made for me out of all the others, that makes me think that I'm really at a critical time in my life here, because that day on the hiking trail, I was completely lost. Like I said, I was just downright panicking, and as Mom was, of course. And that man and his daughter brought me back to where I needed to be. And and now, of course, Mom is gone, and I'm not lost physically, but kind of lost, am I where I should be, and that kind of thing. So, I guess, in a way, the nurse's husband picking this picture out is kind of confirmation for me that I am where I am supposed to be, because through that man and his daughter, I got where I needed to be. So, and this is kind of saying the same thing. So, yeah. So that's my Goddess Brigid story. So if you have any stories of your own, please share them down in the comments, and I'll be back with another goddess. Thank you.